Hey again. Shared a video yesterday talking about lessons learned from First Kings, and just want to hop on here and maybe share a couple more thoughts from that. Before I do that, though, I was thinking earlier today. I know we're all having social distancing, and we've got to take care to do that. And there's new stuff going out every day, all the time, and about social distancing and stuff. And my thought was earlier today when I was praying, I thought, you know, I know we need to practice social distancing, but let's take care right now to not practice spiritual distancing. In fact, let's practice our spiritual disciplines. Maybe even spend some more time with the Lord and spend some more time praying and talking to Him. Dare I say, even fasting right now would certainly help us a whole lot. So let me share with you a couple more things from First Kings, some lessons learned from First Kings. Yesterday I talked from the first 27 verses of chapter 1. And then if you'll pick up there and read 1 Kings chapter 1, verses 28 down through 53 there's a couple things that stuck out to me. One of them tags off of yesterday in that, about appointing your successor. As you're reading this, you find where it was David's desire and the desire of the leadership that was around David, that Solomon not only be as good as his father David, but even better than his father David. What a great legacy that we can leave for those who come behind us, that when we're raising up leaders, we're looking for them, we're trying to find them, actively looking for them, like we talked about yesterday, that we impart to them everything that God's given us, everything, the lessons we've learned, the things to do, not to do. And then we also impart to them this idea and this thought that, hey, listen, not only do I want you to be good, but I want you to be better than me. I want you to do things greater than I did them. And I want you to accomplish way more things than I accomplished. And so to do that, we've got to give them tools. We've got to train them. We've got to teach them. More now than at any other point, it is imperative that we start finding leaders and training them up, teaching them, saying, this is the way, walk in it. Trust me, I've followed this thing called ministry. I followed this thing called life for a long time, and the Lord's shown me a few things. And so let me just share with you a few thoughts and let me impart to you what God's given to me. And so train them up, teach them. And encourage them to be better than you are. And then the next thought I had was, you read this story where somebody took a little more authority than they should have. And sometimes when we're training leaders and we're training people up behind us, they sometimes they start taking a little more authority. They take a little more privilege, if you will, than they should. And we've got to rein them back in. And so here's the thought that came to mind. When you read this, you see that this happened. And my thought was, be gracious to those who foolishly try to take more authority than they have, but also be firm with your expectations. So be gracious, but also be firm with your expectations, what you expect of them. Maybe to prevent that from happening, you're clear and upfront about what you expect. So on the front side, when you start pulling somebody along and start training them and teaching them and showing them, so on the front side, you say, hey, these are my expectations of you. And then sometimes, it happens. They may take a little more authority than they should. That's when you go back, you're gracious to them, but you're also stern and firm with your expectations, saying, hey, listen, I've shown you this. Now let's have this lesson again. And when we do these things and we're gracious with them and when we show them love, it's amazing what God will do in their life and through their life, in us and through us. Because when we're training people that come up behind us, not only are we imparting to the next generation, it's helping us. It gives us maybe just some encouragement that, hey, somebody is coming along behind me. My life was worth something. So I hope that you can use that today, and then be sure to practice not just social distancing, but practice spiritual closeness. don't practice spiritual distancing. Have a good day, and we'll talk to everybody soon.